Greetings and salutations, friends. It is your old friend Berg787 here, once again with a brand new Let's Play series, this time focusing on the Age of Wonders 3. Like what I did there, mixed it up a bit. Same words, just using ye old English. Yeah, how creative. As quickly mentioned there, we are starting a brand new series. It is going to be focusing on Age of Wonders 3. Which is the most recent Age of Wonders game. I believe there was 4 before it, and that sounds a bit weird considering this is the 3rd one, but there were 4... Well, no, this is the 4th game, sorry, and there were 3 previous to this, so a little bit confusing, I know. But I had not actually played any of the previous Age of Wonders games. This is the very first one that I have played, and I have played it a little while when it first... It's been out for just under a year now. I did play a bit of it when it first came out, but I would hardly say I'm an expert at it, and I'm definitely going to need a little bit of a refresher course, which I will conduct as we go through the campaign, which is what we're going to do. So, you know, without beating around the bush, without further ado, as I like to say, we will get involved straight away. Okay, so we've got the Golden Realms, which... Oh, that's the new, because I do have the latest expansion pack, so for those of you who've only got the vanilla game, you won't have this. You get a new race of halflings, and they live in some sort of tropical area or something like that from what I've read, but we will get around to that at some stage. What we will do is probably do recommended for the new players as Sundren, Princess of the Renewed High Elves, claim your destiny and decide the future of the world. Yeah, that's what we will do.
The Wheel of Ages turns, set in motion by 2 opposing powers preparing for war. The Commonwealth, humanity's greatest empire, spreads to every continent. Emperor Leonis promises to reward ambition regardless of race, creed, or descent. The Empire's machines roll forward, bringing wealth to those willing to crush all opposition. The Elven court will not submit. It is our duty to protect Athla, so that the wonders of our world will never fade. My name is Sundren, and this is my journal.
Cool, okay, so we're going to be playing as Sundren of House Iniok, I believe I've pronounced that correctly. We will have simultaneous turns on, which is a cool feature. Especially, not too big a deal in when you're playing the single-player campaigns, but in multiplayer, oh god, it speeds things up. You know, how much handy is it not to have to wait, 10 minutes for some arsehole who thinks they're the greatest strategist in the world to take their turns. Yeah, you can do them at the same time. We are going to play, like with our Might and Magic campaign, we're not going to play pussy play, we're not going to do easy, but we're not going to do hard just yet either. We're going to stick on normal, get back... sort of learn the ropes again. As I said, I have played the game, but it has been a while, so want to get back into the swing of things. We will start off on normal. If we're finding it too easy, we always have the option to jump up to hard. So yeah, let's get...
My father is King Saradas, once first Stormlord of the Dark Elves. My mother is Julia, former Queen of the Wood Elves. Their passion reunited dark and light souls, restoring the High Elves. Their power reinvigorated the glory of Iniok's ancient elven court. My brother, Prince Thanis, is firstborn. He is schooled in war and statecraft, destined to great deeds. I was born second, and a girl. All my father wants me to do is secure a powerful husband, but I want none of that. In public, I may be a dutiful daughter, but I have trained and I have spied. I will be more than just a princess. In the court, envoys come and go. Everyone talks of war. Many flock to the banner of our elven court, seeking refuge from the human-run Commonwealth with their technologies of metal and smoke.
Damn those humans and their technologies of metal and smoke. I will say that Sundren refers to actually she's a high elf. I think they meant hot elf. Yeah.
My grandfather, Iniok, was king when the High Elves last ruled. Then the humans came and murdered him. The elves' hearts were broken in two. Iniok's daughter, my mother, pursued healing, leading the Wood Elves, while his son, Meandor, chose vengeance, leading the Dark Elves. While we fought among ourselves, the humans grew in power. Then came the shadows to consume us all. For the first time, the world stood as one. Victorious, leaders of all races joined together to form the Commonwealth. My mother guided them, but one by one the mortal founders died. Their children forgot their forefathers. In 2 generations, they sought gold over virtue. My mother's dream of harmonious equality died. The Dark and Wood Elves withdrew from the Commonwealth, turning to each other for survival. My parents' love was their catalyst. One midsummer eve, those broken elves gathered for a night of sacred unification. Bodies and souls joined, performing a mystic ritual we call the Mending. My brother and I, the first of a new generation, were born thereafter. The High Elves had returned.
Not gonna lie, this mending that they describe sounds very much like an orgy in the forest. One Midsummer's Eve, those broken elves gathered for a night of sacred unification, bodies and souls joined, yeah, mystic rituals. Yeah, you call it the mending, I call it an orgy, with Khaleesi and old Obsidian Man.
I found an opportunity to escape my gilded cage when Thanis was sent to negotiate with the Commonwealth at the Council of Origins. I slipped out amongst the entourage and joined my brother. Thanis thinks war can be averted, but during my nightly spying I have overheard even our trusted allies lusting for power. These lords would sell their own families for an advantage in the impending conflict. Though a warrior, Thanis favors peace. He repeats my mother's words: diplomacy is essential to prevent war. I fear they are too late, and history favors the one who strikes first. The council is to be held at the Pool of Origins. It is a sacred place where leaders go to settle disputes. It is guarded by a wise orc named Gamblag. His powers ensure envoys can attend the council without fear of violence. Yet, on our approach, we hear movement in the woods trailing us. Thanis leaves his guards with me, while he enters Gamblag's domain.
Okay, there we go, setting the scene. I still can't get over the fact that the High Elves were created through a sex party between the Wood Elves and the Dark Elves. There you go, you learn new things every day. So there we are. We are Sundrin, as mentioned earlier, of House Iniok, the High Elf Rogue. Thanis Guard speaks. Your Highness, Gamblag's domain is forbidden to all outsiders for the duration of the council talks. Prince Thanis requests you take care of the bandits we discovered in the woods. His scouts have located their hideout. Lead us, Your Highness. We are yours to command. Strange that Gamblag would allow brigands this close to the sacred pool. The Elven court trusts him to protect those that have travelled here. I suppose we can do its job while we host the talks. We will need to strike at the brigands quickly before they grow in strength and overrun these woods. There we go. Alright, so this, for those of you who have watched me play Heroes, this is the world map, quite similar. Although, I kind of prefer this one. There's a few things I'll get to in a second. This is us. Sundrin, is there a way we can look on her? I seem to struggle with this every time. Here we go. Okay, so, you know, as our leader, this is her stats. She has all these health points. See, she can actually move on the battlefield as well, unlike in Heroes of Might and Magic, where your leader is sort of stationary. On this one, they will fight. Well, we'll get to that later on. These are the things that she can do, you know, stuff like that. She's a high elf, which elves are immortal and living ones, but that one probably does something, but I'll find out. He's a leader, mounted, mind control immunity, resurgence, you know, all this kind of shit. So, although they are weakness to the blight, that's green, fart cloud. She does have a nefarious blowpipe, which sounds like something that you use to smoke nefarious substances with. So she's going to be using that. Just want to see. As a follower of creation, nothing remains hidden, blah blah blah. Okay, without me, And this is to upgrade. Alright. So we've got these chaps here. Sundren can just move on them, and now they are in our army. These are... So we've got Storm Sisters, who, as you can see, do shock bolts, melee strikes. This is the amount of damage they do. So they do... If they use their shock bolt attack, it's 9 lightning damage. Melee strike, 8 regular damage. And they've got some stunning touch, which attempts to stun the target. Stunned units cannot take action. Okay, I do like that. Night vision support. Units are generally weaker in hand-to-hand combat than other units. Instead, their strength lies in protecting projecting these powers over the battlefield. Okay, so let's try not to get them. Kind of like the Vestials, if you remember from our Might and Magic campaign. Similar to that, I suppose. Shock protection, weakness to blight. Then we've got these guys, the High Elf Union Guard. They only melee strike. Pike Squire gain an additional +3 shield. I'm sure that's defense against flying and mounted units. Cool, so we know who to engage them with. And they deal +5 damage to mounted and flying units. So definitely, if we come across any on our travels, I'm sure we will be sending them in. We have High Elf Swordsman, who can do a bit of wall climbing. The unit is able to climb walls. Whoa, okay, suffers a bit of a penalty. Nothing to his shield. It's non-flanking attacks, okay. And longbowmen. You'd think elves always have a bit of bowman going on. So they've got longbow shot. They can melee strike as well, but it does less damage. Archer, High Elf Forestry. What does this forestry do? Unit move costs for traversing dense vegetation is reduced. Okay, so if we want to walk through these forests, it'll cost us less. Right. So, yep, we've done that. Hunt bandits. Danis and I have heard the movements in the woods. Brigands have set up a camp to waylay innocent pilgrims. Danis scouts have found their hideout. I should clear it out and stop them from harassing anyone any further. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Being a leader, it's time to lead. Determine destiny. Blah, blah, blah. And the Tome of Wonders is basically like the appendix. If we're ever not sure how to do something, we will head and consult the Tome of Wonders. Now, on to select a research skill. These, some of them are spells, some of them are sort of kingdom bonuses. I know this all seems really complicated now if you haven't played the game before, but it'll all come to sort of make sense later on. And some of them are... Okay, so, you know, basic seafaring, I don't think we need that. Cloak and Dagger will increase our spell casting points and also increase our mana capacity, allowing us to store more mana, which is up here. So at the moment we make 10 mana per turn, I believe that is. Make 1 gold, and this is how much spell points we have. And if we do scout training, all irregular units, I don't think we've got any irregular units yet, but they do that. Irregular training, all irregular units undergo, so we don't have that either. Seeker enchantment, target friendly units, ranged abilities, ignore obstacles and line of sight penalties. That's pretty good. Quite like blinding units. Treasure raiding. I think first off we will research Cloak and Dagger just to give us a few more spell points. As you can see here, it costs us 60 knowledge, so we've got 20 knowledge, so it's going to take us 3 turns, to unlock that skill, and it will also obviously say give us more mana and more casting points. So we're going to go and do that, and now we'll move on. Welcome to the Valley of the Pool. Temporary closed for visitors. Teleporter deactivated. Okay, so teleporter deactivated. Let's go this way. Mana stash. We got 80 mana, or mana as some people like to call it. I call it mana. If it's bothering you, I'm sorry. Okay, as you can see there's a little chalice above here. That is the quest. These are some bandits that we are looking to clear out. As you can see here, we're very likely going to win the fight, but that doesn't mean we can auto-combat it, but since it's the first fight and stuff like that, I think it would be worthwhile going into combat just to show you. What does highlight attacker do? Don't know what that does, but we will... If I click on them, is that it? Like if I'd have clicked on them normally. Alright, I don't know. We'll go into manual combat anyway. So as you can see, whereas in Might and Magic, for example, the combat is sort of very left to right, if you will, sort of side-scrolly. This is definitely a sort of more dynamic battlefield. This is all this area we can go in. We don't need that because I do remember the battle, so... You know, you can see all of these hex grids. We can go anywhere on this if we want. Eventually, I mean, we don't need to now. Because there's only these 3 units here, but... We'll look into it when there's bigger battles, and believe me, you can get much bigger battles. That will come into play, all this other area around here. So we can, with Sunderland, we could just go and attack. We could go and attack this the barricades that they've got here, try and break them down. We could fire our blowpipe. I don't think we can reach. No, we can't. I think the blowpipe's reach is where these circles are, if you can see. Or we could cast the spell. No, we don't want it in combat. So we could suffocate a unit. Do us 15 damage, turning a unit. Quick dash. Or we could rain down poison. Yep, that's probably looking like the best. And these are scoundrels. Are these scoundrels as well? I guess they are. Okay, so they're all the same unit. We'll just fire down. Could you imagine that? Some people just turn up at your camp and then smite you with like blades falling from the sky. There we go, so we've hit them. Alright, we've got our elf sisters. Again, this movement here, so you can move, like certain abilities, if you move too far you won't be able to use them. I think it does tell you if you can't use them from what I remember. But also I think the further away you are, like if you were to do a shooting attack, the more you move the less damage you do, I think is correct as well. Although, don't quote me on that. Stunning touch. They can't quite attack anyone yet. Let's move them into this bush. They can now. Okay. Oh no, that's it. Okay, the less you move, so because we're still in the green area, we attack 3 times. If we moved to the yellow area, then we would shoot twice. And if we moved to the orange area, we'd only shoot once. Sometimes it's better for you to actually just shoot twice or once if you're going to do more damage, because obviously the nearer you are, the more damage you would do. But we will fire 3 times. There we go. So we've almost killed these human scoundrels. As you can see, there is a thing here where it says Tier 1. There, see, under High Elf Swordsman Tier 1. Your units can upgrade. These are all going to be obviously rookie units, but they do gain obviously more health, better attacks and stuff like that, and sometimes new skills as well as they go up depending on the unit. So that's something to look out for as we progress through the game. These swordmen, we'll just move them forward one and maybe do a bit of defending. These High Elf Longbowmen though, we're going to want to finish off these scoundrels. Yeah, see, now we've moved into the yellow zone. We will only fire a volley of 2 shots. We actually don't have a ranged penalty, which is cool, but we do have a line of sight penalty. But never mind, this should be enough to take care of them. Yeah, okay, so we've got rid of one lot of scoundrels. It is not. Ah, damn it. Might keep them hidden behind there. I think you do get cover bonuses. Oh. And we're going to enter. Okay, so these scoundrels firing their crossbows at us. Wankers. No major damage. So Sundra now only has 10 mana casting points, as you can see. Could fire down another volley of poison blades. They did quite a lot of damage, so I'm probably going to use that. We will hit these guys. Cool. The Storm Sisters. See if we creep forward a bit more. Not really increasing our damage, but we will still fire. Just a little bit more. So 5 to 7. Let's see if we get a little bit closer. Still 5 to 7. Is there something up with our guys? They seem to move less there. Cool. We can't get a few shots here on the human scoundrels. Take that, you scoundrel! Cool. Now the Union Guard. These are our sort of pikemen. Don't see any point in trying to... we could destroy these. That's not really worth it. We're going to kill them next turn anyway. Just put them on guard. Well, they're actually coming out to fight us, are they? Okay, interesting. Just because I want to spread the experience, because your units get experience for killing units. Obviously that's how they level up. Just to spread a little bit of the experience around, I'm going to use these guys. They might not kill them. Maybe use these to weaken them. Oh, they'll definitely destroy them. It's not that big a deal. They'll take a little bit of damage. But yeah, they're just doing a bit of damage here. We'll give them some experience. Can our swordsmen get stuck in as well? Yeah, they can. I just want to spread it all around so our units can level up quicker. Because obviously, the quicker you go up, the better your units will be, the easier these fights should be. Well, not that that one was particularly hard, but you get the point. Thanos congratulates you. Well done, sister. They will not trouble anyone anymore. The talks are not bearing fruit at all yet. I don't like it. Most lords do not seem inclined to even listen to us. I will try to find out what their true motives are. Okay, man, you go and do that. Thank you, brother, and good luck with that. However, it seems I am not finished yet. It is apparent that the number of brigands were not accounted for, and that there are many tracks leading south. There is a high elf village there, Elvestay, which may be in danger. Okay. Cool, so we hunted those brigands, we killed them. We also, from raiding that brigand hideout, we got a ruby ring of heat deflection. Oh cool, so our hero will actually take 60% less damage from fire. There you go. And we have a treasure chest here. So we got make our way to Elvestay. I believe that's how it's pronounced. We can't move any further now. Oh dear. Gamblag declares war. Sundren, this treachery will not go unanswered. Your brother has broken the peace by attacking one of our guests. Yuzo. Yeah, that's his name, Yuzo. Thanos fell in an attempt. Just as the rebels you incited against me have fallen, I have razed their village to... I can't speak, I'm so angry. I have razed their villages as a lesson to others. Their blood is on your hands. Thanos, no! My beloved brother, dead? Why? There's no rebellion, and there were no rebels in those villages. You murdered innocent people, and Thanos would never be the first to attack. Surrender or suffer. Your lies cannot sway me, rogue. The actions of you and your brother have made it clear to me that the Commonwealth is the only reasonable party here, so I have joined them. Oh, my brother, I'm still dismayed, so I'm mumbling my words. It is the so-called Peaceful Council. That is a lie. I will find out what truly happened. My troops, we will replenish our strength in Elvest. We need to raise an army now. The traitorous Orb betrayed his duty and trusted to the Elven court. He shall die. There we go. This arsehole Gamblag killed our brother. Raped our people, I guess, I'm presuming, you know. It's a shame that our relationship had to end. Yeah, it is just a shame, isn't it? Okay, well, big news there. We seem to be at war with the man who we thought was holding the peace around here, Gamblag, the smelly orc. We will fuck him up in due time. We will go to this place. Shrine. Elvast is in danger. Sundrin, your highness. Brigands are threatening to burn our city down. Please help us vanquish them. Okay. You'll not interfere. We will deal with you first. Die! No, you shall die. Good retort there. So what, are we just going to go and fuck these up, yeah? Alright, feel my wrath, brigands. We fucked up a lot of you already. And this time you ain't even got like a... What was that, like... fortifications to hide behind. Alright, you think you're a little badass with your little crossbows. And because you moved first. Fuck you. Alright. So she'll get a charge bonus for attacking them. Do quite a bit of damage. We won't attack with her just yet. Why are our longbowmen so far back? Damn, we're only going to get one attack on these scoundrels. Move smidgen closer, maybe do more damage? Nope. Just can't engage them, which is a shame, but we will move them here. So if these scoundrels want to engage us instead of shooting, they'll have to sort of pass through here, and I think these can attack them or something like that. Or rather said a longbowman. Or we could wipe out this lot of scoundrels. And we have done. Ah, these longbowmen kick ass, man. We can engage these. Over there, I'm going to move them over here. I don't want my longbowmen to suffer. And we will charge in and finish these fuckers off. Because I think getting rid of the stack is more important, because I don't think even if they're like low on health, they don't do any like less damage or something like that. They'll still fight, so just getting rid of them is beneficial. It's not like in Heroes where if there's only like 3 of them compared to 50, they do a lot less damage. On here it's as long as they're there. Oh shit. I hope that doesn't end the game. No, it doesn't. But Sundrin, dead. I think she's only battle dead. Hopefully, she'll be back after the fight. She is pretty weak. I suppose. Look, these guys have got 43 health, and she only had like 50 health, so she's only like slightly harder than like that are these guys. Yeah. Alright. Longbowmen. Destroy these. Wankers. Our other... Oh, you can't reach them. Alright, well, take care of these cunts. Yeah, they've gone up a level, so they will get some bonuses at the end of this fight. Can she still cast spells? No, alright. Thought that might be a bit too much to ask. Is that loose? Oh, and they've gone up. Good, good. They're getting some unit promotions. around here. We'll go and stand on the corpse of our fallen leader. And so they've gone up. We get our other longbowmen up. Yeah, we can. Cool, so we got 3 unit promotions. I hope Sindrin does come back. She does. The city thanks you. Thank you so much, Your Highness. There were no normal I can't speak. These were no normal bandits. They've been harassing us persistently for a long time now, getting more aggressive every time. We suspect they're supported by this Gamblag, as he does nothing to stop them. And we're exhausted and weakened. Could we ask you to protect this city with your forces and leadership? I do like how their voices changed midway through. Of course. Now that we have a foothold here, it's time to think about our next step. Gamblag has closed off the teleporter, but there is a way through the mountains east of Eldest. I can order the city to build some troops while I go east. He will pay. So east it is. We whoop these. As you can see, these are now tier 2. So when... Is that now that they're a trooper? Would that be right? Yeah, they're a trooper. So as you can see, when they went up to trooper level, they got +1 to melee strength and +2 to hit points. The bowmen, they got +1 to range strength and +2 to hit points. Obviously, so did the others. So pretty cool. Sindrin did come back from the dead, but with less health. We're going to have to hope to heal her up soon. Yep, okay. Structures inside domains. Yes, we build stuff, I get that. We've met this place. Yep. Concealment. These bandits with an assassin with them, we were lucky to catch them in the open. We could see them. Assassin's a master of concealment, and concealment is the ability to hide your units from vision of non-allied units. Okay. So there could be some people just, invisible. Yep. And we can start production. We will get onto that. Probably do it now, actually. So we can build units. These are the units that we can build. We can build some longbowmen, swordmen, initiates. Here, I don't think we've got any yet. Initiates, what are they sort of good at? These aren't the... Yeah, these are sort of like... They can fire shock bolts. They can do a bit of melee damage. Not as good as their shock bolts. They evolve. When unit reaches gold medal rank, it evolves. Okay, that's pretty cool. It is an irregular unit as well. Are these all irregulars? Okay. And shock protection. Okay, cool. So we could do that, or we could build a building. Now, is there a bit where we can see what's been built already? Yeah, okay, so the Builder's Hall and the Barracks has already been built. So the Builder's Hall increases our building production and lets us unlock certain buildings. Obviously this is our production. This is our population level. You need more population, I think, for certain buildings and stuff like that, or population helps you build stuff or increases your gold. I can't remember now exactly, but we'll pick it up as we go along. And we had the barracks built as well, so the barracks unlocks us to build swordsmen and longbowmen, and also gives us the chance to build the shooting grounds, war hall and arena. So in terms of units, we're maxed out here, but we can still fight in battles as long as we've got like a stack adjacent. So you can see here where I'm pointing with the cursor. If we had like another stack of units who didn't have a hero, they could have a hero if they want, if we had another hero, but they can be by themselves. It's not like Heroes of Might and Magic where they have to walk on the map, where they have to have a hero to use the map. Here we go, this is a prime example. So these longbowmen, if we move them there, now if we were to engage something here, they would actually still be in the battle against whatever we were fighting. So we would have all of these guys plus these ones who are adjacent, which is pretty cool. Just want to see, so should we build more units? I think we're going to be alright for the time being. Shooting grounds, so that increases their rank. That's pretty cool. If we were to build the Rogue's Palace, it lets us... so these scoundrels and bards and whatnot that we've been fighting, we can actually build them ourselves. Don't think I'm going to build that just yet. I think what I'm going to do... is I'm going to build... I'm not entirely sure. Let me think about it. We'll probably put a cut in the episode here while I have a little think about it, and I'll let you know what I built at the start of episode 2. Hope you enjoyed episode 1. Please, it's obviously a new series. It needs support. Please do like the videos. If you enjoyed what you've seen, please do subscribe as well. That also means a lot to me. And by the way, there are comments under the videos. Please do leave comments, constructive criticism if necessary, or just, hey, like what you're doing, that kind of stuff. It does all mean a lot to me, and I do promise I will reply to every single comment that's left. I mean, God knows, I'm not getting a lot of them, so I can do that. But yeah, so if you can do all that for me, I would much appreciate that. And until next time, all the best.